We feel our film fits into the genre of drama but challenges conventions of the usual happily ever after. The stereotypical conventions of a drama include real-life situations, realistic characters, settings and stories, dramatic storyline, emotionally moves the audience, conflicts, struggles, structured with climaxes, to keep the audience emotionally attached and the tension ongoing. We used all of the above characteristics during our film as we wanted our storyline to be powerful and successful.
Editing. We used a form of real media products to help us to edit our film. Dissolves enabled us to skip a period of time whilst making a transition to the next part of our film. For example, from Becky getting out her uniform to being changed, or being chased out of the park to being on her bed.
Becky, come on, you're going to be late. It's time for school.
Locations. Here we challenge real media product conventions. Rather than using a few locations, we used the school, house, park and the bridge. We felt this was needed in our film to help tell the story and allow the audience to see all of the varying times and places in Becky's life in which she was bullied. This hopefully causes the audience to emphasise with our main character, as well as give a clear explanation of why Becky's led to suicide. If only very few locations were used, we don't feel this would be clear and her suicide wouldn't be so emotional.
Like in real media products, we chose to use the convention of little dialogue. We felt this emphasised the fact our main character Becky is lonely, yet the small dialogue we have helps to tell the story and highlight the bullying.
Look who it is. Sat by yourself with no friends again. Nice glasses, 4 eyes. God, you're such a geek. No wonder you have no friends. Why are you even here? You're so worthless.
We used a form of media product and used a small cast. We decided to use the presence of her mum, as in her voice, without actually seeing her in person, to keep down the cast list, but also to isolate our main character Becky. We felt the lack of actors was a good convention to follow, as it helped to increase the emotional impact in our film. The main actress Becky was representing a stereotypical geek in our film, to give a reason why she was being bullied, as we felt that nowadays so-called geeks are criticised for being clever and bullied as a result of it. We represented this by dressing Becky in glasses, tucking in her shirt, pulling up her tie and using a briefcase as a school bag.
Our narrative structure followed Todd Roth's theory of a three-part classic film structure. Our equilibrium was our main actress Becky preparing for a normal day at school before the disruption where the audience sees her wrapping her arm in a bandage. From here we developed the conventions of Todd Roth's theory as disruption in Becky's life continues until she is led to take her life. Therefore a new equilibrium wasn't restored. We chose to challenge conventions of real media products as we felt our film would raise more awareness and be more effective if Becky were to lose her life. If we tried to use conventions, audience realisation wouldn't have been on the same level.
Dear Mum and Dad, I don't want you to blame yourselves for what happened tonight. I haven't enjoyed high school from the start. I struggled to fit in and make any friends. I know I'm not the prettiest and a group of girls from school have made that clear. It shouldn't have ended like this, but I couldn't bear it any longer. I will never forget.
We used sound as a bed for our film. This is a convention we used from real media products as there wasn't much dialogue. This helped tell the story instead of using dialogue and enabled a clear display of emotion throughout the film. The sound effects, for example the school bell, voiceovers, alarm clock, etc., all added detail to the film, as well as again telling the story.